Good morning. Today is December 16th, 2010, and today I've persuaded Park Manager Daniel Gambrell to talk with us again about the cabin that we talked with Mr. Hester about yesterday. You'll remember we did, last month I think it was, we did an interview with Mr. Gambrell. So this is his second visit to Carolina Considered, and good morning and thank you.
Good morning. Glad to be back with you.
I know you're busy and I'm taking your time again. Yesterday we talked with historian Al Hester, the Historic Sites Coordinator.
That's right.
For the whole state park system, and he described the origins of this log house and its historic significance. And then today, I thought we'd talk with Sesquicentennial Park Manager Gambrell about the log house at Sesqui. That is from the park's perspective. You know, there's some confusion on the internet about when this house actually arrived at your park. When did it arrive here?
The cabin arrived here at Sesqui State Park in 1969. And at that point is when it was, basically it was brought here piece by piece from its original location, and that's when it was brought here in '69 and it started to be rebuilt.
So they didn't try to move it as a building, they took it apart?
Yes, sir. Took it piece by piece.
My goodness, there must have been thousands of...
That's a lot of logs in the building.
Did the park personnel here at the time assemble it, or central maintenance, or who?
Yes, sir. The park personnel and central maintenance, all were involved in moving the building and, building it back.
They put it back together. What's that building been used for since it's been at Sesqui?
It's been used for several different things. Originally, after they got it moved here and got the building back open, it was actually a building that they sold merchandise out of, park stuff, different things like that. They sold to visitors. So it was a retail outlet when it was here at first. And they actually had people that were dressed in period costumes that would actually work in the building, in the retail store. And the other thing that it was used for is that a person held art classes in there, and he, for the majority of the time that the building has been here, that was what was done in there. Art classes were taught in there. Was
that Mr. Frost, Campbell Frost?
Yes, sir, Campbell Frost.
Somehow I just see a nightmare here of preservation and maintenance of a building that fragile. Mm-hmm. Did you have problems like that?
Yeah, the building, when we started in about 2006, it needed some repairs, needed some stabilization on it, and it was kind of hard for us to get in there when we had, that other things going on in there. So that's when we decided that we needed to step back and see what we needed to do as far as repairing the building.
That was a major renovation, wasn't it?
It was. It was a major renovation.
And when did you begin that project?
Talk started on this in 2006. That when we decided that we actually needed to clear out the building and see what we needed to do as far as to repair it, to stabilize it. And 2007 is when we actually started the actual work on the building.
What was the main objective of the renovation?
The main objective was kind of twofold. We wanted to stabilize the building. We have the building, so we need to be responsible and take care of the building. So the main thing was first to stabilize it and to make sure that we're doing everything we can to take care of it, and at the same time try to keep its historic value with it as well.
Who supported this effort? The Park Service doesn't seem to have funds to do a thing like this.
We actually got several grants over a 3-year period from Richland County Conservation Commission. The first year we were awarded a grant for over $37,000. We actually did a good bit of work with that money, and then we actually applied for a second grant with them and was awarded $25,000. So the Park Service has also invested some money in it as far as doing some roofing projects with that building and things like that. So,
who wrote those grants?
I wrote the grants. I wrote and applied for the grants.
So that's the Richland County
Conservation Commission.
Conservation Commission. I think they have something about the cabin up on their website.
I believe they do, yeah.